Golly, that's good.
I haven't found my first Blanton's.
Wow. That's different. I really like that. Peychauds or Pechaud's or Pechaud.
Yeah, now I'm gorgeous. Although probably fuzzier was better.
Okay. So this is not what I expected. Howdy do. How are you? Sorry, I'm just a little bit behind again. It's kind of the way it always goes. I was out helping set up a 3D archery course, and my goal was to be done at 6:30. Well, at 7 o'clock I was still there, so I'm just a little bit behind again. But what is new? I had to go upstairs and get my phone while the stuff was running. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Ooh, there's me. Quinn is watching. Hey, Quinn, how are you, man? All right. Okay. Mayor Pingree. I've got lots of information about Mayor Pingree. So, Mayor Hazen Stuart Pingree was the mayor of Detroit. That's the rye. Let's do that one first. From 1890 to 1897, is considered by some to be one of the best mayors ever of Detroit. He was known for fights against monopolies and corruption, and for converting vacant lands into vegetable gardens to feed the poor. He was a 4-term mayor and a 2-term governor. Good night. That thing is on there. Yeah. What am I missing? I'm not missing anything. It's just really on there. This is here we go. The Mayor Pingree. I expected that to pop off of there like champagne, as tight as that thing was. And it's a synthetic cork. Interesting. All right, so Mayor Pingree Bourbon and Rye. I'm going to do the rye first. From Valentine Distilling in Ferndale, Michigan. Not far. It's a Detroit suburb. Established, this Valentine distillery was established in 2007. They call themselves the original craft liquor microdistillery, which is a little bit different. Making bourbons, rye, a gin that they market under the name Liberator, and vodkas that they have a couple of those, and they market those under the name Valentine vodkas. The owner is Rufino Valentine, and the master distiller is Justin Aiden. And he's been getting a lot of attention. This is kind of a cult following for this. It started to just catch wind, and it has just flown. It's done very, very well. While this is sitting, I'm gonna make the attempt to get this one open too. On the whiskey front, they have a single rye, which they call their orange label, and 3 different bourbons. They have a blue label, which is their 10-year, their red label, which is aged 4 years. Ah, that was easy. The rye made me work for it. Let's see. The black label, which since 2016 has been an annual limited release, is different each time. This year's offering is a blend of 8 9-year MGP bourbons that the company used before they started making their own distillate. It's unfiltered and cask strength at 117.2 proof. That's not this. That's the black label. Only 324 bottles were made. Now, past versions of that included a 7-year blend. That was 118 proof. And they made 1,012 bottles of that. And then one was a blend of 15-year-old barrels, and that one was 114 proof. That was batch 6. And it had a mash bill of 75% rye, 75% corn, 21% rye, and 4% malted barley. Lester's here. Hey, Lester, how are you, man? It's $160 for the black label. They do have a barrel proof red label too, a 6-year, at 123.2 proof, very limited. And they also have a 5-year single barrel at 120.2 proof. Both of these that we're going to do tonight, I was going to do just the rye this week and then the bourbon next week. But next week is our 100th Bourbcast. So I'm going to do both of them tonight, and then we'll come up with something special to do next week. I don't know what it is yet. I got to figure that out. So let's see. These are both 4-year whiskeys. They're both non-chill filtered and 94 proof. Bourbon used to be called Woodward Limited, but they changed it. So today's pour is a blend, the bourbon anyhow, of their own distillate and MGP juice. The rye, I believe, is all MGP. Why not use all their own juice? Well, they are a micro distiller, so they're not making a whole lot just yet. And rumor has it that they're trying to stretch out what they have in-house to set back for future batches. So there you have it. What else is interesting? Oh, so one of the things that we talked about with Buzzard's Roost that I really liked about them was the care and the work that they went into their barrel work, right? They took the stuff and then they crafted their own barrels their own way, engineered them their own way. Well, Mayor Pingree is a little bit like that in that the seasoning process on the barrels is different. They let the staves dry. Now, get this. The staves, as you know, are what come together to create a barrel. I'm just saying that for those people who may not realize what a stave is. A little education for the newbies, too. The stave is a piece of curved wood that they bring them all together and it creates the barrel, okay? Well, most places, the average that they season those staves, and what I mean by seasoning is they let them dry, is anywhere between 3 and 6 months. The only closest competitor is Michter's as far as seasoning of that. And the Michter's, they'll season their staves for 18 months before they put them in, make them into barrels. Mayor Pingree seasons there for 2 years. Okay? 2 years before they're crafted into barrels and given 2 different char levels. So, in their products, there are 4 different mash bills, 3 different yeast strains. Bourbons are considered high rye bourbons with at least 51% corn and between 27 and 37% rye. The bourbon is triple pot distilled. This one, they put a lot of work into this bottle, and the $50 to $60 price tag, it better be worth it. I'm hoping it does. It's developed, like I said, among MGP enthusiasts. It's got kind of a cult following. So we're going to do the rye first. It's been sitting for a minute. I'm guessing that this bourbon is 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley, char level 4. There's no telling that is exactly this recipe, but I'm guessing it is because I'm going to just guess it since it's a red label all up and down the chart that it's going to be the same recipe. It's just different strengths and age. Okay. So this is the rye. It's an MGP rye, 94 proof. Oh, ha ha ha. Got to do that first. It's got some really nice notes. There's a little bit of a citrus on it, but other than that, it's I would say a typical rye. The notes that I get off of it are very typical to most ryes. Yeah. The toasted cereals and the oats and things like that. The grassiness. But there is a nice citrus to it, and there's a little bit of a caramel scent to it. Just a little. And white pepper. If you've never smelled white pepper, it's used a lot in Asian cuisine. I don't know if that's what Oriental cuisine. I think the Oriental is the food, and Asian, I don't know, just whatever you like. But white pepper is used a lot in Asian cuisine. Black pepper is not. And I'm getting a little white pepper off this. Okay, let's try it. It's spicy, but not, it's not like that. That actually has some really nice notes. It's not as grassy as the nose would let me think that it is. It's got long legs. It's still there. I'm still experiencing that sip. Still. That may be the longest legs of any rye I've ever had. And it's pleasant. I can't give you a flavor profile just yet. I need to do it again. I like this. This is good. There's maybe a little, gosh, maybe a little mint. My palate is really reaching. First I was thinking licorice and it's mint. It's like, I can't even, it's not, it could be spearmint, but it isn't. That's interesting. That's a nice pour. One more. Well, I got maybe two more. I'll add water to it here in a minute. I mean, it has some of your typical rye notes, but the ones that you would expect to jump out forward, the grassiness, the grains, they are behind something else. There's maybe a little chocolate. I do still get the caramel. That mint is just hiding in there, but it's there. Corn. Strangely enough, because it's a rye, and it's an MGP rye, so I'm going to guess it's probably 95%. That's actually really tasty. Maybe if I add a little agua to it, I'll be able to open it up some. By the way, I am taking suggestions for what you may want to do next week for our 100th episode. It's exciting. I didn't think I'd do 50 of these. I didn't think I'd do 10 of these. And next week is number 100. Wow. So I will be taking suggestions. Not all of them, but I would like to hear what you think I ought to do for the 100th. All right. All right, here we go. Nose is the exact same, didn't do anything to it. Okay. The flavor's the exact same. Brought a little more spiciness out in it. The mouthfeel itself, because it's unfiltered, it's not chill filtered. Chill filtering, real quick, they basically freeze it. Alcohol doesn't freeze, right? But anything that isn't alcohol does. And the theory is that the things that are not alcohol will clump together in the freezing process. So when they do the filtering, the only thing that will come through is that which is not frozen, which is the alcohol. So this is not chill filtered, which means there could be some other spectacles or something in there from the distillate. I always like the mouthfeel of unfiltered a little bit better than most other bourbons. Unfiltered, something about it I like. This, I didn't notice it on the neat pour, but when I added water to it, it added a little bit of butteriness to it, made it more silky. So I do like it on water. I like it neat. This is the Mayor Pingree Rye, 94 proof. This is definitely something that should be in your bar. I like that. I bet that would, it's got a nice spice to it. I don't know that I would want to waste it in a cocktail, but I bet you it would hold up really nice in a cocktail. I'm not going to do this one on ice because I've got two of them to drink tonight. I don't want to drink that much. All right, so we'll move this over here. Now let's get to that bourbon. Might as well put the glass over with it. I brought another one down. There we go. Now, sometimes I'll have a bourbon and a rye from the same company, and I'll like the rye better. Chicken Cock was one of those. The bourbon was okay, and it made for a nice cocktail when I did the tequila a couple of weeks ago for Cinco de Mayo. But if I had to put them back to back, the rye on Chicken Cock is so much better than the bourbon. Really, really good. So I'm hoping this isn't the case with this one, because the bourbon is what most of the people are talking about. The rye just happened to be something I grabbed as well. I really like it. Ken is watching. Aaron is watching. Aaron, I'm not out back because I didn't have time to do it. I've had a busy day. And I wasn't sure if it was going to end up raining. I know I could always look at the forecast, but it's nice out. I've spent a lot of the day out, but I just didn't have time. I left the archery course at 7 o'clock and still hadn't cleaned up, changed my clothes, any of that stuff. And so that was didn't shave. So I had to hurry up and gussy up for you. I don't want to come here looking gross. There might be ladies watching. And I'm pretty cute. I wouldn't expect any of you to agree with me, all you guys out there. Hey, that was a great game, huh? All right. So that was the rye. Very tasty rye. I liked it a lot. 94 proof. Now we're at the 94 proof bourbon. And, I don't really have anything to... I put my ice cubes in here. And this is my coffee cup. There. Little huff of coffee. That'll help clear my palate some. Boy, they seem similar. This is a high rye bourbon, though. Boy, they are really similar on the nose. Yeah, I mean, shoot, I'm getting this. Let me cleanse the palate or the nose one more time. That was attractive. So I'm editing a television show, and there's a guy that's occasionally appears on the television show who cleans out the back of his sinuses, like, you know that? Do you know how hard it is to edit around that when at the end of every sentence he has to clear out his sinuses? It's hilarious. It's hilarious. You better stop drinking. I'm not going to stop drinking. I just got started. All right. Okay, I'm getting cinnamon. Some of the typical notes, but this is a high rye. I'm getting those rye notes for sure. That same toasted cereal stuff, a little bit of the caramels. Yeah. Vanilla. Getting vanilla off of this. I didn't get that off of here. Okay. Enough sniffing. I'm just going to keep it to myself. Going to keep it to myself. This is G-rated, other than the fact that it's alcohol. Going to keep that joke to myself. It's hard. It's hard to keep it to myself. I was in radio for almost 20 years. You got a joke, you got to tell it, right? Okay. All right. I cracked myself up. Jeez. All right. That's tasty. It's not the same as the rye. The nose is real close. But this is a nice high rye bourbon. Very smooth. Very silky. Great mouthfeel. This is nice. This is a good buy. Again, this is a blend between their own distillate and MGP. In time, I would assume, they're going to be doing all their own distillate. They have not laid out a plan as to when that's going to be, how long we have to wait for that, or if it's even going to happen. I mean, they're pretty successful as it is now, using portions of their own distillate as well as, as well as MGP. This is tasty. This is really good. All right, well, let me see if I can get you some notes. I will tell you what I read. No, I won't. I'm going to wait. I haven't read it yet. I found notes and I printed them. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to try to get it myself. All right. That is just so silky. That is a beautiful pour. That is delicious. All right, caramel, cinnamon, honey, a lot of your typical notes, but still something different. So the bourbon culture said mouthfeel is creamier than I expected. Aha. The tannins are the first flavors I detect. Seasoned wood mixes with a pinch of tobacco to set the mood towards a heavier and richer experience. These guys, I don't know where they get these guys. I mean, they must be executive bourbon stewards, because some of the stuff. Meanwhile, hazelnut liqueur. Have you ever had hazelnut liqueur? I have never had hazelnut liqueur. How would I know that? They drink more than me. I have a goal to reach. Orange citrus, thin mints Girl Scout cookies. No. Although I did get mint on the rye, and just now, the inside of my lip right here started to go numb. Num, num, num. That's funny. It's only 94 proof, and it doesn't drink hot. It's very silky, very nice. Each sip stays sweet with notes of honeycomb. I got the honey. While the spicy nature of the rye grains show up through flavors of cinnamon and clove. Clove? Maybe. I want another pour of this one. That's delicious. I like that. All right. Finish turns sweeter. I can agree with that. Morphing into caramel sauce. And figs. Figs. I can go with that. Figs. Tannins are still in play, but they're nicely balanced overall. Seasoned oak, bit of tobacco. I'm not getting the tobacco. I don't get that. Citrus acidity, I do get that. Let's see. Sealbox said... here's one I agree with. They said black pepper spice. I'm not getting that. Leather, no. Demerara sugar, yes. I'm getting that. Payday chocolate bar. I got more chocolate on the rye than I did on the bourbon. Then there's another one that I found amongst the whiskey. They said thin at start. I disagree with that completely. It's not thin at all. It's very silky, very nice mouthfeel. Slight cherry swings. I don't know about that. Maybe black cherry. Very sedate, very low. There's a fruity quality to it. If it's, I would go towards plum myself, but I'm just reading somebody else's review. Dry molasses. Molasses, I could agree with that. There's a honeyness to it. Lemon zest, no. Mouth coating and the finish is almost impossible to shake. Yeah, so the finish on this, the legs on this are not near as long as this, but they are long. This is a sip that you can just enjoy for a few minutes. It's still there. I still have it. And I think that's probably a little bit because of the unfiltered quality of it. It hangs around. It's just, it's really freaking good. Low proof is actually kind of a nice break in this line. So I would agree with that. My phone is continually telling me I have low battery. So pardon me for clicking. I agree with some of what they said. Some of the stuff that they said I don't agree with, but I'll just tell you, if you get a chance to pick these up, the Mayor Pingree Bourbon and Rye, do it. I think you'll really like them. They're unique and they're very similar in some ways, but they're also very unique in some ways. And this is one that's going to be tough for me not to sit here and go into this bottle tonight. This is really tasty. This is one of those I'm going to want to hold on to. So people who come over and want to try it can, because I don't know when I'm gonna get another bottle of this. Hopefully soon. It was a fluke that I found them, and I don't even remember where I found them. I don't think it was in the state. I think it was out of state. But it's worth it. If you get a chance to pick up Mayor Pingree, I would do it. And of course, these are not all what they have. They have other labels as well. They have a black label and a blue label and other ones. So if you go to the distillery, you could probably pick those up there. Otherwise, I'm sure you can get it in Michigan over the border. You should buy it. This is good. This is good. It's good. Let's do water. I mean, I already like the mouthfeel of this. A little water's probably going to really amp it up, like it did the rye. I don't want to put this one on ice either. I just don't want to. Sometimes I like a pour well enough that I don't even want to do that experiment. I've got 2 ice spheres here. I brought them down just to do that in different glasses and everything, but I'm not gonna. I like it just the way it is. All right. Made the mouth feel even more silky. Really nice. Now I'm getting chocolate off of this one too. Just a hint of it. So water opens them up a little bit and brings you chocolate notes, both of them. This one had mint, this one does not. Yeah. I'm doing this because I'm just incredulous. This is fantastic. Really, really like it. This was a good pour. I'm glad we did this one tonight. Next week, of course, the 100th show. I will be looking for your suggestions on what we do for the 100th show. Somebody had suggested that we do the something that's bottled in bond, 100 proof. Okay, fine. But what? 1776 was mentioned. I don't have any of that. I'd have to go get it. So that's a possibility. I don't know. I'd like to make it something, if I have it or if I can get it, don't give me something that's so far allocated. Oh, I knew what I could do. Okay. I might do what I'm thinking, but if one of you has a better suggestion, I will abandon my thinking and save it for 101. 101 should be a wild turkey, shouldn't it? Yeah, okay, we'll save 101 for 101. Okay, all right, that's good. All right, well, hey, that's good for tonight. Thank you for watching. Gosh, if you get the opportunity to pick up Mayor Pingree, do it. I think everybody that you pour this for is going to be happy that you did. It's very, very tasty. Very, very good stuff. So, thank you for watching. Next week, 100th episode. I'm waiting on your suggestions. If I don't get any, then I'll do what I was thinking I was going to do. Otherwise, I hope that you give me some ideas. I would love to hear them. Okay, that's it. All right, guys. Thank you again. I do appreciate it. You guys have a fantastic what's left of your Thursday, and we'll see you in a week. Don't forget, there are some holidays coming up. Real quick, like this Saturday is World Whiskey Day. I don't think I'll come back for that. I might. I think we've kind of already hit that once, but World Whiskey Day is Saturday. World Wine Day is next Wednesday. And then next Thursday, the 26th, is Sherry Day. I don't think we're going to be doing anything with sherry. We might. I don't think I have any in the house, so I'd have to get some. Twist my arm. All right, guys. Thank you again for watching. I do appreciate it. You guys take care of yourselves, and we will see you maybe Saturday, maybe next Thursday. It's got to be Thursday, because I don't want to do it on World Whiskey Day for my 100th. That would be my 100th. It has to be next Thursday. So no World Whiskey Day on Saturday. We'll do Thursday. Next Thursday. We'll see you next Thursday. Thanks for watching.